Hi, my name is Stephen Tom, and for my foreign direct investment project, I chose to include Tesla and how we can incorporate it into India, in which India currently lacks it. So first off, why Tesla? First, Tesla leads the way currently for foreign automotive investment. These 53 projects they are currently working on internationally are expanding their reach to international markets. Because of this, demand for the product is growing not only in the US, but in nations without Tesla as well, one of these being India. This is where we are planning on adding Teslas to the market, and there are many reasons why I believe that this could be successful in a market like India. So first off, some of the strengths of Tesla internally, not including Indian markets. One of these is Tesla's durability. Tesla has proven themselves to be the most reliable electric vehicle in the markets, and as you can see from this graph on the right, electric cars that will get you the furthest. The top three are all Tesla models. So people around the world internationally, even without Tesla, know that it is the most durable, stable, and it's self-driving as well. So that increases demand for people in their eyes, and they see the sustainability and the durability of Tesla. In terms of range, it's obviously in the top three, as I stated, and this grows demand for their product in countries with other companies dominating the market, such as India, who we will get into the company that dominates them later on in the presentation. Another strength, like I previously stated briefly, is their stability. Tesla is in a better spot than other automakers when it comes to economic troubles. And despite recent chip shortages and supply chain issues, Tesla was able to increase their revenue to $53 billion in 2021. This gives investors confidence in Tesla, as they have proven to withstand economic hardships. Many companies that make electric vehicles, such as Tata Motors in India, or other companies that are bigger, such as Ford and Chevy, may not be able to have the same economic stability as Tesla, as we'll see later on as well. Their market value is quite high compared to other vehicle makers. Which gets me into my next point, which is their market value. And this is where they have a good reputation when consumers go to evaluate their company. In 2021, Tesla became the most valuable automaker by market value, and most of this was due to their stock price going up many points to where Elon Musk was able to become the richest person in the world over Jeff Bezos. This helps public perception when expanding to foreign nations, as they all know who the world's richest man is, which is Elon Musk, who's at the helm for Tesla. Tesla also has weaknesses in their market as well, or just internally, not including the market, which includes one thing mainly is their pricing. If Tesla wants to be able to expand into a foreign nation, such as India, they'll have to deal with this. They're seen as an above average brand when it comes to its market. In terms of cars, it's more of a luxury brand, and this may limit their sales when expanding to countries like India, where a median price for cars is around $10,000, whereas Tesla is much further above that. India also has other luxury car options for cheaper, like I previously mentioned, so Tesla needs to be able to diversify themselves in a saturated market to increase demand. And luckily for them, they already do this through things such as their self-driving, their durability, and so forth. Another weakness that they have that is the main gripe a lot of investors and people in the market complain about is their internal supply chain. Tesla takes pride in being able to provide their own supply chain within the company, doing things such as delivering their own vehicles. This limited supply chain is effective when it comes to withholding things such as overhead and minimalizing that, but it restrains Tesla from greater production and being able to expand further and take over markets, such as they would be able to do with India. If Tesla wants to be able to further their market internationally, they will most likely need external help from another company or from another source to be able to help them import their vehicles, export their vehicles, and do other things along the way in their supply chain. One thing that a lot of people have gripes with as well is Tesla's heavy expansionary policy. They notoriously spend a lot of money to grow their company, which compared to other companies where some might withhold money in order to grow their company, Tesla does the opposite. And we can see this as until quarter one of 2020, Tesla was operating at a loss each quarter for a vast majority of the quarters, minus maybe 2 or 3 from about 2015 until 2020. Some investors and consumers may see this as reckless and don't know if it will be sustainable in the future for a company like Tesla. But as we can see so far, it has worked out quite well for Tesla. And I don't believe that this kind of reckless spending will continue to be a main theme, and even if it is, they have the market value to be able to do so currently. So, what are the opportunities for Tesla in India, and why do I think that this would be a great chance for the company to expand themselves? First off is the monopolized market of India when it comes to electric vehicles. India currently yearns for variety in their electric car market. The company known as Tata Motors currently owns 92% of the electric vehicle market. The introduction of Tesla would challenge Tata Motors, and this can also be seen as a weakness for Tesla, as they would have to overcome this domestic product that is cheaper and already established in their company or in their country. But for the company of Tesla, this also proves as a great opportunity, because if they're able to overcome Tata Motors, they would be able to become the most dominant electric vehicle maker in India, which would be great for the company and for its expansionary policy. India is also a growing market when it comes to vehicles and electric vehicles. India currently has the fourth largest car market in the world, and in September of 2022, we were shown the greatest month for personal vehicle sales in India ever. As we look to the bottom right, we can see India's electric vehicle volume as well, and we can see that they also saw the greatest half-year sales numbers for electric vehicles. It seems to be a bit of an exponential growth for India, so we can assume that this will continue to rise at the rate that it is going to, or at least level out and continue to grow at a great pace. As we can see from the year, in May of 2021, 586 to now, in June of 2022, it is all the way up to 4,400. So that is a great growth that we can see might continue to expand for the company of Tesla. And India has already stated that by 2030, they want 30% of their vehicle sales to be electric vehicles. So this is something that Tesla could get in on before other companies are able to establish themselves in the market. These are some quotes from Indian businessmen such as Arun Bhatt, who said, "I thought Tesla would launch in India in the next couple of years. I just love the product and the minimalist interior. 5 years later, his wait still continues." He also said, "We have everything figured out, and only the car is missing." And as we can see below, one of the ministers from India said that you should manufacture electric cars in India and also export cars from India. He said in media interviews this month, if Elon Musk was able to agree to that, he said that he would be able to receive significant government support, which is one of the threats we'll also get into for Tesla. These quotes just really show the opportunity that many Indian businessmen and consumers want in the country. Many people yearn and have the demand for the product of Tesla, but it's just government interference and other threats as well that are keeping this from happening. India, however, also has a strong economy to get back into the opportunities. And as we can see, India recently passed the United Kingdom for the 5th largest economy in the world. And to invest in India, the economy needs to be stable and growing, which this shows that they excel at these points. Excluding the COVID-19 pandemic, India has substantial GDP growth every year, as we can see from the chart. And they currently boast a 3.713 trillion GDP, which compared to a decade before is more than double. So we were able to see that India continues to grow at a rapid rate, and this is an economy that could grow even more if we were able to introduce a product that would greatly increase their quality of life and their vehicle use. So what are some of the threats from expanding into India? Some problems that we will face is mainly the government interference, as I previously mentioned. This is the main reason why Tesla is not in India, because import taxes are brutal for electric vehicles. Elon Musk has stated this in interviews and on Twitter before, and one of the main reasons that he will not do so and not bring his company into India is that the tax is 60% on vehicles $40,000 and below, and 100% on vehicles above 40,000, which is mainly a lot of Teslas. So if Elon Musk wanted to be able to expand to India, he would have to have domestic production. He would need to set up shop in India or hope that the Indian government somehow lowers their prohibitive taxes, which the U.S. government has said before in many press releases that they believe that these are prohibitive taxes and that they want to crack down on countries being able to do things like this for tariffs on things that could greatly improve not only their economy, but our pollution as a world, and pretty much just they think that it's prohibitive taxes for the main reason that they're causing more negatives than positives, and they're trying to limit these cars coming to their country. Tata Motors, as I said, was an opportunity, but it can also be a threat. While Tesla has proven to be more effective than Tata Motors, they've established themselves in the Indian market, and the main thing they have going for them is their domestic production and their pricing. Their pricing is much less than Tesla, and they're they're somewhere around the range of $10,000 for a medium price for their electric vehicles, which is much less than what Tesla would be. And Tesla would need to domestically produce vehicles to be able to keep up with this company, which would be a great cost to produce factories. And then I have a video here that you will not be able to hear the volume, but there are captions, and it just gets into the points that I'm making. So as we can see through some of the points I made, those reinforce my points I made about the threats of moving to India, which actually moves me into my last point of the threats, which is the infrastructure of the country. Charging stations are something that will cost good money to be able to implement into the country, and Tesla will need to be putting down a big investment to add this infrastructure to India. Because of this, pricing may need to be higher on cars, which does not bode well for the company or for consumers in India. As we can see, we need the prices to be as cheap as possible for the demand of the consumers. So despite all these threats, why do I still think Tesla will work in the country? The threats are strong for Tesla, but the issue of tariffs can be fixed at any moment, as we can see through the US government already talking about how they think these taxes are prohibitive in the country. I believe that one day they will be fixed. Once Tesla is able to get rid of that boundary, their strengths and opportunities greatly outweigh the negative aspects of this endeavor in the country. Tesla knows how to overcome obstacles, as we've seen with the COVID-19 pandemic. These two threats are their obstacles that they'll now need to overcome. This should say three threats, as the infrastructure is also one. But when this happens, Tesla will be able to find themselves flourishing in a new foreign market and expanding their company into greater boundaries as well. Thank you.